I looked in your background that you really love the movie Rocky III. Tell me that is not true.
Well, listen, I'm going to bust you up, sucker. That's what Mr. T said to Rocky. So here's what we know. And, of course, the response to that, of course, was they'll go for it. And so I would just say, let's go. I love Rocky III.
All right, there we go. I pity the fool who thinks otherwise. But, Senator, thank you.
I pity the fool.
Yeah, oh, that's pretty good. You know, we got more response to his comments on loving the movie Rocky III and his dead-on impression of Mr. T than we did some of the substantive stuff we had talked before. That shows you how that kind of stuff resonates and trends, whatever you want to call it. And it shows great potential for Tim Scott. Maybe he could be the breakout candidate tonight. Hard to say at the big debate. Andy Sabin joins us right now. He's a Tim Scott donor. He sees all of that and all of that potential. Andy, good to have you. How do you think your candidate's going to do tonight?
Never better. He's doing phenomenal. He's #2 in South Carolina and #3 in Iowa. But the exciting thing about it, and I did 206 charities, been to 111 countries. I meet a lot of people, Neil. What I can't believe is the amount of hardcore Democrats that like this guy. They say they've never voted for a Republican, and here they see somebody that they think they can vote for. That's extremely exciting for me.
Yeah, no, he is a remarkable individual. His life story is very compelling. He almost seems like too nice a guy to me, Andy. I don't mean to besmirch politicians, but being nice doesn't get you to the head of the class or a nomination. Does that part worry you? Even in interviews I've had since and others have had with him, he doesn't want to make this about criticizing other candidates, those there or not there. He wants to make this about looking at the future of America, very uplifting and all, and maybe very Reagan-esque. But can that survive? Can that type of guy survive in this environment?
Absolutely. I think people are tired of the divisiveness that we're seeing and the fighting. They're looking for a guy like Tim Scott. He's got a great message. Everybody likes him. And when you come down to the issues, when you look at where Tim is on the issues, on whether it be Ukraine, energy, abortion, and now, you know, Tim's in favor of clean air, clean water. He wants our kids to enjoy the national parks. He understands natural gas is a bridge between oil and renewables.
Right.
He's got a lot to like, a huge amount to like. Not just being a nice guy is what I think Americans are tired of the lawsuits and the fighting and everything going on. Why not have a nice guy that also could be a sensational president?
You know, not everyone's signing on to this pledge, I guess, Andy. The commitment that who's ever nominated by Republicans will be supported by all Republican candidates. Donald Trump not keen on doing that. What do you make of it? How do you feel about that? Could you yourself support whoever is ultimately nominated by the Republican Party?
I myself will support whoever. I'm a team player. And if that's who the party wants and that's who they put in as a nominee, I will support them, regardless of my personal feelings. I think these people are wrong. I don't know how they're going to put a team together when they can't even agree to support whoever we decide as the candidate.
You know, I guess part of that's built on anxiety, too, about could Donald Trump win the nomination? That seems yes, absolutely. Could he win a general election? Then some of your colleagues get a little more worried. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't think there's a chance in hell that Donald Trump can win this election. When you have 35% of the people, which is his core base, that like Donald, and 65% that don't want any part of him and don't want him to be the nominee, he cannot win a national election.
But you'll support him if he is. Bottom line, you'll support him if he is.
Absolutely, because I'm a team player, and I always have been.
Got it. All right, Andy Sabin.